Welcome back to Lord of the Rings Online. This is going to be an epic episode. I'm going to be doing the raid, the Rift of Ghâshu. But before I do that, I do need to pick up all of the quests that are associated with it. That way I only have to run through it once. So here we go. It starts right here in the Valley of Rivendell, right outside the last homely house.
Maid of Allen, might you spare a moment of your time?
Greetings, Kippen. You have come at a most fortuitous time. Have you spoken to Lord Glorfindel? He seems troubled recently, but will not speak of it. You have become familiar with him, have you not? Perhaps he will reveal his concerns to you. If you're willing, go to him near the Brunette and speak with him. Alright, so let's go speak with Glorfindel for a hot second. Now, I thought about splitting up this episode in multiple parts because the rift is quite large, but I think it's better to do one big episode.
How can I be of service?
So you have spoken with Faemir. Her concern is kind, but there is nothing she can do. A friend of mine, J.R.R, journeyed into Angmar to the Rift, a place servants of the enemy called Ghâshu. It is said that a great evil dwells beneath the mountains of Angmar, and he went to seek news of it. Galadriel, another ally of mine, had gone long ago and did not return, though it was said among the wise that the evil there was contained. Perhaps you may be of help. You have ventured into Angmar, have you not? Perhaps you can make your way to Ireland's camp to the northeast of the land of Angmar and learn of Galadriel's fate. I can't not pronounce that name. Iorlin. Let's go with that. Iorlin. Alright, so let's go to Angmar. Did I accept that? Yeah, I did. Sometimes I'll talk to the people and not accept the quest, and you can see how that will be a big issue. So let me go to Estelden, and then from there to Gathfortnir. It's probably the quickest way to get to Angmar.
Greetings.
Now we have not ventured together to the Rift, so I do want to not edit that part out. I may fast forward through it as I ride to the northeast corner of Angmar. It can be quite a dangerous journey, if I remember correctly. But we'll see. We'll get there. Alright, so let me go ahead and dismount here and get on my own horse. So I'm headed all the way up here. Doesn't look like it's far, but it certainly is. You have to dodge a lot of mountains along the way. That's always a problem. And then there's bodies of water in front of you. Slow you down, making you swim. It's crazy. Let's go through here, though. I think it's better than swimming across. Alright, so let me go down. There's some Merivale here, some bats. All the good stuff. You already know. Bard Gularon, but it always looks so epic in the distance. Look at that. Pretty crazy. Anyways, that's enough sightseeing. Let's go. I hate this area because it's probably one of the most difficult areas to traverse across in the map. Too many cliffs, little winding paths here and there, drop-offs. If you don't know where you're going, it can be tricky. Let me take this quest off my tracker. That was a complete disaster last time. I will have to leave that for the future. But for now, let me see if I can come through here. Yeah, so I should be turning east whenever I get the opportunity. But I'm scared that if I go down, I won't be able to come back up. So I might have to go around is what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna turn east here. Let's go and try to jump off here. That was a bad call. There's nothing to fall onto. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. What a disaster. I swear this little area outside of Nangirth is the worst area in Middle-earth. You fall, you break your legs. You move slower for like 45 seconds. You don't know where you're going. You fall off again. You die. You start over. Fall off again. Break your legs one more time just for fun. This time they'll slow you down for a minute. And then maybe you fall off the cliff again and then you get lost. And then you find your way. And you climb and you climb and you fall down. And you start over. It's basically how it goes. It's redundant, isn't it? You're probably tired of hearing me on this speech. But that's the point. I was trying to make it sound redundant so you feel the pain and the frustration of what I felt falling off right here. It was painful. You can see the enemies get really deadly as you move towards the rift. I do remember making this journey, and it was quite treacherous. In fact, I think we used to have to get a fellowship just to try and make it across here. I mean, look at these enemies. They're no joke. They are no joke. Some fire giants and stone giants. All sorts of giants. Slowly getting there, though. Alright, so we are at the gates here. And then we're gonna have to go through the cave, which will be quite deadly, I believe. Now, back in the day, you only had to get one person to ever do this. Like a hunter or something that could summon everybody else up there. But it is a dangerous journey indeed, and I'm actually beginning to worry if I'm even gonna make it. Am I even gonna make it? Oh god. Alright, so tell you what, why don't we chug a potion? Why don't we chug a potion? Because we're getting in a bit of trouble here. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Look at my HP right now. Thank you for shooting me forward. And now I am entering the rift if I can only survive a little longer. Alright, one more giant chasing me. I think I'm okay. I think I have survived. Wow. But you can see how it's quite epic because they really build you up to this raid. They really build you up. It gets more and more dangerous. The landscape gets more and more barren. Almost as if you're approaching the end of the earth here. It's really cool. And then you can see the rift in the distance there. And it's kind of underground. It's a giant stone Colosseum almost kind of structure, but it's underground. It's kind of like an archaeological site. If you know anything about archaeology, you know that usually you'll get like a hill, kind of like what the rift is, and in that hill is basically just layers and layers of all the archaeological evidence and everything like that. And that's basically what the rift is, really. It's just this very ancient place, a very ancient city that is now buried. So yeah, I guess I had to go through that area. That makes more sense. Yeah, here we go. I see some friendlies up ahead. Nice. Alright, we have made it. Ireland's camp. Let me set my milestone here. Because as you can see, that was a very difficult journey to make. I don't want to have to make it again. And let's turn in some quests and pick up some other ones.
Hear me out, traveler.
Greetings, Kippen. Are you here to aid us in the struggle against the orcs of Angmar? Angmar has sent 2 tribes of fire orcs into the rift, which they call Ghâshu, to mine the metals which may be found there, which I suspect are of the finest quality. It would be far too dangerous for me to venture alone into their mines, but perhaps you could, with aid. If you go there, seek out Bars and Zerm, the Gorthrog overseers of Bornabar, and defeat them. I understand they not only put orcs to work, but also slaves from among the hillmen of Angmar.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Hail and well met, Kippen. Were you sent here to aid us? Let me tell you of my mission then, perhaps, and you will know whether you may aid me or not. I was sent here to protect Jauncey, who is here to investigate rumors of ancient mines within the rift, and to seek out a rare, particularly dead variety of mushroom, Kurtumugsung, whatever, which grows within. The spores of the mushroom might be used by the enemy to create a terrible weapon. If you would enter the rift and find one of the mushrooms for me, I could have it delivered to Rivendell, so that they may prepare a defense against the poison. Beware though, the mushrooms may use its spores as a defense against threats to it. And then finally, the leader of the camp here.
My heart cannot sing today.
Glorfindel sent you? Indeed, the shadow of Angmar reaches even here to the rift of Ghâshu. It is well that you have come here, for we will indeed need aid in turning back to shadow. Alright, we'll take this.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Master Elrond sent me here to the rift, which is called Ghâshu by the enemy, to investigate rumors of forays therein by Angmar's forces. There are veins of valuable metals and a variety of deadly mushrooms which might be used to produce a terrible weapon for the enemy. Lord Glorfindel told me as well of a legend of a race of giants which dealt deep within the heart of Ghâshu. This legend greatly interests me, for it is said that the giants, the Eldgang, are not of an evil bent and may help us combat Angmar. Will you enter the rift and seek the Eldgang? If you find them, I will reward you according to your deeds. Alright, so those are the quests that I can pick up out here. The rest of the quests for the rift are actually going to be picked up inside the raid itself. So it's time. It's time to go in there and do this thing. And I am pretty excited about it. I've been looking forward to this episode ever since I started this Let's Play, because this raid is quite epic. Might not be as interesting running it with some higher levels as opposed to on level, but it should still be a great deal of fun. And I'm excited that you guys are going to be joining in for that. But I'm going to actually go find a group now, and I'll meet you on the other side of the store. One last thing is that by the time I enter the rift, things may look a little bit differently. I may even be a little bit of a higher level, because before I find a group for this, I want to go do this Spring Festival quests, because they're almost over. And I also am probably going to start recording some of the deeds for Angmar while I look for a group. But anyways, that's enough rambling. I'll see you inside now.
Yeah, if you've got a Toon fan that doesn't have the deed or whatever,
Within the rift of
feel free to
Ghâshu,
switch.
Angmar mines for the ore
okay.
they need to arm their legions. In their search for iron, they have uncovered the home of the Eldgang, as well as a hidden evil, ancient beyond knowledge.
So I got a few people here in my kin willing to help out with this. Not the best group. I wish we had a champ. That way I wouldn't be taking too much damage, but that's okay. I definitely appreciate their help. And this is actually enough to clear the instance, I think.
We need a rest. We are tired. Many have died.
Rest. I'll give you a rest. Anyone else need your rest?
Yeah, you can get rep, and there's a cool meta deed which comes with the whole.
I need my rep boost from you.
So I do apologize about all the people talking over each other this video, but that's what happens when I'm in a group, unfortunately. But man, this is so
But
nostalgic
I
for
wasn't
me. I love the
anticipating
rift.
this. I need to go buy a bunch of embellishments that take me something.
Yeah,
Anyway,
mostly I think the
do
rep.
you mind?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, go ahead. Let's get the trash. I think most of the major rep comes from quest turns here. 'Cause I think there's a little bit.
But how much do you think I should grab so I don't have to keep you guys waiting?
I don't know. I mean, each tome is so much amount of extra rep. I don't know how much they gain awards or it takes or all that.
Yeah, he's around.
Mellowed a lot. Yeah, I was like really surprised how calm and reasonable he was. Hope we weren't running into here.
I'm here.
Alright, so let's get started officially here in the Rift, my favorite raid in the game.
This would be really fun to like get a bunch of 50s and run it and sniper have
Are we blacking or waiting, or are we explaining the
Yeah. Well, I could explain the mechanics of it. The mechanics will mostly be non-applicable to us, except for a few places where it'll be highly. Like, we can still die in here. Even Nix could still die if I didn't like tell him the mechanic. It might be kind of interesting to see that, but. Whoop.
So basically what's going on here in the Rift is that Angmar is mining all these ores down here to fuel the wars.
I'll just follow. I
You
think
feel a lot of that.
This was, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's, the best raid they've ever done.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety.
I think these guys said it best. This is the best raid the game has ever come out with.
Or trash. Actually, these trash pulls too, you had to like kind of be careful with each pull.
This run's not going to do the raid any justice back when you had to do it on level. It was very strategic, you had to be patient, you had to devote hours to it.
Right, so there's an elf gang here as the giant, but they turn out to be friendly giants in front of Asmol. And this is probably why he decided to have
That is a long
These are the
stun,
guys
man.
to get the-
So here is one of the Elf gang, one of the fire giants.
Thank you, Nûrz. I would have perished.
So he's going to get attacked again, and I think the gist
But
of it
why
is
did you save
there's
me
two troll
when
bosses,
all
so
the
deal
other
with those,
little
and he'll
ones
be
wished
okay on
me
his own.
dead? Maybe the
The
old
first troll boss,
tales
we
are
have to know
true then.
exactly where this
And the
is.
Everseer is wrong.
Somewhere
The
here.
little ones have two camps with strong leaders. I have heard the names Bars and Zerm. They are big and strong for their kind, yet refuse to fight. I cannot leave until they are defeated. They will soon dig into our home. Go and fight them. Then we may talk again.
Alright, so the fire giants are doing battle with Bars and Zerm.
I will hold off their assaults. You must defeat Bars and Zerm.
So he's going to keep fighting some enemies by himself here while we tackle the first two bosses here in the Rift. Bars and Zerm.
Something about whether you build bars first or Zerm first.
Oh, really? I never remember. We always used to, the group I did it with used to come out over here first.
And again, I do apologize about people talking over each other and talking over the text here in the Rift, but that's, you know, that's what I gotta do when doing these group contents. Let me know in the comments if you want me to turn off the in-game voice audio, that way you can't hear my group talking. The downside
There'll
to
be plenty
that...
of times. for picking up mushrooms after we cleared everything out. The instance stays open for hours, so we can pick up all the mushrooms after we cleaned it out.
The downside of
Okay,
turning
there's
off
a big
the in-game
boss
audio is
troll
that I
over
miss
to the
everything
left, way
people are
back there.
saying.
We're not going to engage him first. Let's clear out all the ads first. Everyone's on level. Sufficient DPS and everything for them all. But not the boss troll.
And you know, it's also a little bit rude for me to turn off the in-game voice audio. These people are taking time out of their day to help me do this. And for me to shut out their voices and refuse to listen to them is kind of rude on my part. Especially when they're trying to give instructions so we can run through this smoothly. So I don't know what the best way to do this is.
You can take care of as well.
So there's one of the first bosses, Bars. Because ideally, I would love to do some good commentary here for the raid, but a lot of the times people are just going to start talking and I should just keep my mouth shut so you don't get a headache from hearing 300 people at the same time.
You're going to be the only one hitting him here for a moment. For quite a while, actually. We'll just have Ben Turgensen light him up.
No power is stronger than ours.
There he goes. He's got an AoE. Get away from
All
him.
your bones.
I think it's actually I'll gnaw your bones that indicates the AoE.
He said no power is greater than bars. It might be gnaw your bones right before he does it then. I don't really know. Alright, so that's it. Now he's coming. Just stay back where you are, Kippen. He'll come back to you. You'll have his back.
Power is stronger than
Just that's his
ours.
mechanic when he picks someone else to go stomp on.
Got it. I thought I could just drop aggro.
There's a chance with this game you might use aggro just to beat the
I think I dropped aggro, is what it looks like.
Have to try and like steal it back with a challenge.
Or I can do your notice or beneath notice. See if you think
No power is stronger than ours.
Well, that's the mechanic. I think it so go ahead and like blast him.
How you fare against the White Souls.
So my tanking's obviously bad. I'm not traded for it. It's the reason I can't hold aggro. It's also hard to hold aggro against all these max levels doing damage on him. But I don't know, it shouldn't be an excuse.
Ours commands it. No power is stronger than ours.
Try and burn down some of the so we don't have to keep them down.
Alright, so the first boss is down. They really made that a little bit more complicated than it had to be. I think they wanted me to try to tank just for fun. That's okay, I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to pick one of these mushrooms.
The rift stuff is probably not applicable to anyone anymore, but it does make interesting cosmetics, so anyone feel free to roll on the gems.
I'll pass.
what's this? Near perfect sapphire.
All the gems in here are barterable for a piece of rift gear. It's level 50 armor.
Oh.
If we had a level 40 to 50, I'd say just give it to them. But since we don't, I figure they're fair game for everyone. Just go roll on them. It might be an interesting cosmetic set. Some people actually do put on the rift set for the extra shadow mitigation from the clickies, because you can put on all the gear and then click your shadow mitigation, and it's good for 20 minutes, and then you go do the throne raid and then put on your normal gear. Alright, so then we got the troll on the other side. Again, all the mushrooms will be here for hours after we're cleaned everything out, so you don't have to get everyone right now if you don't want to.
I'm not seeing any mushrooms though.
Oh, Kippen, try sharing the quest again once we all get co-located here. That's a good spot.
I had one shared with me. Maybe that's it, because I don't know if I've been here all that much.
So these ones you don't have to fight. The other troll boss.
You defeated the mighty boss? Tread carefully. Zerm has no doubt heard, and will be even more dangerous.
Alright, so the L gang is aware of the first victory. Next up, we have to kill another troll overseer. And we'll see how that goes.
Will be even more dangerous.
There we go. Up here. Basically gonna chase this guy down here. He's just out of range.
Yeah.
And here we are. Right where we need to be.
So, until all the hell is cleaned out.
Gonna be clearing out the room here. There's the other boss, Zerm. Blast all these guys here. Healer, kill him, enslave. There's a couple more guys back there. Let's pick up some pale folk and let the group take care of the rest. There we go. Nice and spicy. There is boss number 2.
That's the big boss. This guy is a lot like the other troll, except he doesn't throw a fit and do an AoE, but there's a lot of ads that come based, I think, on percentage of his morale. So if we hit him hard, just like everyone that can AoE do, we'll kill a lot, or we're going to lose Kippen.
Alright, let's do it.
Make sure we've got all the ads that are to be gotten first. I think we have, so just wait for ads.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are 8 bosses in the rift.
Can go say hi.
If I remember correctly.
What is this foolishness? None can withstand Zerm.
It does have a knockback.
My troll will deal with you.
Come out.
Slaves, destroy these intruders, or you won't feel
It's gonna be a ton of ads coming in. It's gonna be sexy. I like things chaotic. This guy wants to do it controlled. so that a ton of ads don't come at the same time, but I think that's way more fun just watching a sea of enemies dying. Look at all that fire on the floor. It's epic. I love it. Alright, there is another slave here.
Alright, got him.
And there is the chest. And I don't know. I don't really want any of this. Actually, I don't even know if some of these are better. I'm not even looking. They might be better than what I'm wearing. I'll roll for the sapphire. I don't mind.
A ramp out of here.
And I'll take everything that nobody wanted. So now we go back to that main area. And we can move past the boulder. In which the L gang was standing in front of. And everybody, including myself, is lost again. Lost again.
Here it is.
So this really is just the outskirts of the rift. We're about to enter the main area. This is where things start to get pretty fun and interesting. I don't know if I want to risk that jump. He did okay with it. He didn't die.
So, you were able to defeat Baz and Zerm. I did not expect so much from one so small. Maybe you are the ones the old tales tell about. Come with me, and we shall see.
Alright, into the rift.
Okay, this one.
If you stay in this area long enough, the music gets epic. Absolutely epic. You there, little one, you are not like the others. Oh my gosh, let's see.
As the dragons. Oh no, there's like potentially some questions.
Let's see. You are not like the Ghâshu. You have come to help the Elgang. The first Elgang came here after the great destruction when the city fell into the earth. They made it their home, and now it is our home too. There was a great evil here when my people came, and it remains, though imprisoned. But the Ghâshu, the fire orcs, seek to unleash the great evil to use against us. We fight the Ghâshu, but they are many. Will you help us? If you fight the Ghâshu, I must warn you, beware the Everseer.
For this rift. There's a rift camp, and probably that barter guy right over there.
Little one, you may be of help to the Elgang. While we did not build this place in our home now, it is threatened by the Ghâshu from the surface world. There are many places in Nûrz Ghâshu where the Elgang cannot go, for they are too small. Perhaps you would go into these holes and drive the Ghâshu. Then we may have peace. There are Ghâshu in Nûrz Ghâshu. They are like a plague.
So just feel free to round up as big a pile as you want, Nick.
Hello there, little one. Perhaps you will aid with the troubles here. The Ghâshu, the fire orcs from the surface world, have come to Mordor to war with us. Perhaps you will drive them away. The name of the chieftain Thrugg, if he is slain. The Ghâshu may learn not to trouble the Elgang. Amsloth sought Thrugg, but he was sent instead to the intruder's mine by Amir at the behest of the Everseer. Perhaps you will do this for us. Thrugg may be found within the rift of Nûrz Ghâshu. If you defeat him, your aid will not be forgotten. You are a friend to us, little one? Then hear me. Torkit of Mordor, evil fire orcs, come from the surface world to conquer and unleash the great evil. They will kill us. We will kill them if it does not end. And we will kill them if it does not end. I will ask you to help us end this war, help us drive back the fire orcs. If you can slay Nurlabot and Zogtark, two of the leaders of the Ghâshu, the fire orcs, the others will leave. Will you help us? Narnbolt and Zogtark may be found within Mordor.
In the room to the right first, just to get our 20 things in.
Sorry, I know the reading of that was terrible, but I'm trying to do this quickly as to not go and get too far behind the group.
The room on the right again. That'll start the boss fight. We're just gonna.
And then I was trying not to read over these guys, but it's hard, of course. I apologize. I butchered the reading of those quests. Now this is the soundtrack, which is one of my favorite, the one that's playing right now. It's so good. Just listen to it. I love this soundtrack.
Big mechanic on this guy, even back in the day, as far as I remember, was like getting everyone to go inside the room because the door is shut, so usually people would get shut outside. I don't remember anything else. He's not going to be a problem for us, and he wasn't even back then.
Well, what they put crowd control people under the bottom of the
everyone get in.
You have to because they heal the boss. The ads heal the boss.
I'm trying to bring a few more of these to the group so I can finish this quest. But actually, none of those counted for anything. Here is Thrugg, boss number 3 of the Rift. And here are some orcs. And more of them. Let's do a Spear of Virtue. I haven't used that gambit in a while. Damage is kind of slow here today. Man, I haven't played in a while, so I'm out of practice with my gambits. Alright. Let me see how this looks. Actually looks pretty nice. That is for a lore master, so I will pass. I'll just roll on everything. Now moving on to the next area. Say goodbye to the nice music. Alright, so these guys do give credit for the quest, which is good. Alright, we need 3 more. Or 1 more, actually. Blow all them up. Now I believe that some of these quests are actually repeatable for reputation, so you can keep that in mind as well. And look at this area. I like the rift itself.
The little orc or whatever and stuff.
So epic. I love it. That's where the main boss fight is. It kind of looks like the Colosseum. It's super cool. Alright, so we're just gonna blast some drakes here. Oh my gosh, everything is just dying.
Ones. I think after 1 or 2 of them go either active or dead. I don't remember which one, and then the boss will drop down.
Alright. I don't know, I'm just kind of following around, letting these guys take care of it.
The boss is back there.
Now, if you don't kill these drakes within a certain time frame, they will fly up into the sky, and then it's kind of hard to chase them down, really. Let me see if I can do a little bit of damage. I'm gonna do a combination strike. There we go. Kill that bad boy. Here is the other boss. Boom. He is dead. Alright. I wish I had more time to kind of talk about everything that's going on.
That's a real.
I'm just gonna roll on everything. I don't even care.
I believe this next bit is a stretch where we can kill ourselves even on a 105 with 75k morale. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, okay, this is the bit. Okay, so before we go... Yeah, here we got some work ads.
But yes, anyway, as he was saying, fumaroles will pop up here. They're like little volcanoes.
With the fumaroles, because it was bad to like bump into.
Here's one of them.
Also dealing with
and they'll spew out these little Urfons until you kill them.
Just ignore the lights. Completely ignore the lights. They will go away. Ouch! If you're left Ferguson, if you shoot a light, that's what happens.
That's a perfect example of what not to do.
Thanks for demonstrating that for us, Thrugg.
You're
I killed
perfectly
myself
welcome.
on
Would you like another example? Here's some more light.
Alright, so we've seen how funerals work. Here's another one. Melee damage only on the funeral. Ignore the lights. The lights will eventually they go away.
So there's a funeral back here where I am.
Oh, okay, and we'll deal with that.
Critical mastery, is that okay?
I believe wardens might be immune to their reflex. I don't know. This was created before they were wardens.
It's actually these lights that are reflecting damage.
Yeah, the lights are the ones that reflect damage. But they might just do it for a spell. I don't remember. I just know that like I've seen people showing.
There is the Everseer.
Okay, this guy can be tricky too. To deal with him is... Alright.
Again, I do apologize about all the talking and nonsense that goes on.
They must not be allowed to enter Nûrz. Stop them at all costs. You will need my aid. You have interfered for the last time.
Gonna be trying to tackle the seers first.
Don't we need to kill the seers on the
Yeah, the seers go down first, and then they got the boss.
Yeah, I got this one.
So if the Darklings reach this black hole, they become a pretty powerful enemy. Just so you know. Do a Spear of Virtue. Side Strike. And he is dead. Dead as hell. There's all sorts of junk here. Just gonna roll on everything. And let's move on to the next area.
The hallway to another couple of, like, I guess they're full bosses.
Dark. It was desirable that they die at the same time.
Oh, was it?
I always like taking a lava bath here.
Today, they'll just like probably
Oh.
pretty much die at the same time.
Shadow Eater. Stone Fighter.
So these guys become extra powerful if their counterpart dies, so you kind of want to take them down together as much as you can. See, as you can see, he has this huge debuff that's just gonna make things nasty if you're doing this on level.
Can.
Yeah, if it's that long, yeah, he's gonna have a problem there.
Now there is a couple of darklings back here.
They open the chest.
If those darklings reached the guy once his counterpart had died, that would have been a little bit of trouble.
Right. This one doesn't have a jewel. Okay, this guy.
So we're in the Colosseum
He
now,
will. The boss comes from right where we're
or
standing.
Norbar
now.
as it's called.
Eventually, there's a little drop that is out here. They're gonna go down below.
These guys talk so much strategy, but you really don't need any strategy when the group is as tough as this is. I think it's funny they talk for like 5 minutes for really no reason.
You are not to be trusted. Deal with them! I must see to our
Did you want me to hit him, or?
Yeah, you shoot the Eld Gang Emerald or whatever a little bit, and then let you kind of circle that.
Will his morale bar turn?
The Everseer said you
Yeah,
help
let's
orcs.
not try and like whack him too
Why
hard
you
and
not
let
help
it out,
orcs?
because we might be able to do that.
Right. I've stopped my defense.
But he have
So really you have to kill a few waves of these orcs, and then this giant will realize that you're on his
Okay,
side.
the ads will start to show up.
they have to be dragged. The boss has to be dragged.
Yeah, the few morals will
Everseer
show
said
up.
you help
That's not
orcs.
the boss.
Why
That
you not help
leave
orcs?
him alone. We'll stop hitting him. I think eventually his script stops if we leave him alone. As long as the Eld Gang thing's not a mix, and the mix is in the danger, take out these ads. The boss is a little goblin type.
By the way, do you guys mind if I take the Sword of Thrang for the quest?
What is this?
Everyone should get a sort of Thrang nowadays.
Oh, I didn't realize they
if
changed
only
it.
one drops, sure, you can get it. Yeah, there was a lot of people complaining about having to run 1,000 times.
Is the same true for the broken chain link, I'm assuming?
Yep.
So yeah, it used to be that Thrang, the next boss that's going to be coming out, used to drop a sword for a quest, but only one person in the entire 12-man raid would get it. So again, it was designed towards endgame, meaning you'd have to do it many times.
He must not be allowed to escape. We cannot defeat him alone. Only the hottest flames will destroy him.
My boss must be up because, yeah, the boss is pretty shameless. Yeah, too much. The boss will appear somewhere here on the stairs, and then Nick will just grab the boss. Bring the boss next to him. Two more. Yeah, it's being yet easy.
I think the pet has the boss up here on the stairs.
We could like recall our pet.
So there's the boss up there.
Versus Maritima.
the boss will just get his boss to make them unkillable.
So again, what happens is somebody has to kite the boss to one of these fumarals and pop the fumaral next to the boss to get rid of the debuff.
Like bring him over to a funeral and DPS.
And once the fumaral pops, the boss becomes vulnerable to some attacks. And then afterwards, he has a giant defense buff. So you just gotta wait for the fumaral to pop. I'll just stay back and do some ranged damage. Should be dying here. Excellent. And I did get the Sword of Thring. Perfect.
Now, these two guys are going to have quest rings. One of the quest rings is the big Kahuna quest. And if you're interested in the deed, the only quest that matters. Let me see if I can find it. It's called the Destruction.
Alright, you defeated Thrugg and in the process learned that the Ghâshu serve the Everseer. Amir, chieftain of the Elgang, should be told at once, for he has been deceived by the Everseer and unwittingly serves his evil purposes. Alright. So let me turn in some quests here.
Here, just a moment.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get rid of some junk here before I can finish this quest. Or else it's not gonna let me. Alright. You have defeated Thrugg of the Ghâshu, and you have earned a reward from the Elgang. What is this you say? The Ghâshu serve the Everseer. The Everseer seeks to unleash the great evil upon us. The Elgang will not stand idle and allow this to happen. We have been betrayed. Alright.
All the way to the bottom of that cliff.
If you've come to help,
are you through the door?
The Everseer lied to the Elgang. We will no longer listen to his foul words. For many centuries you suffered the cruelty of Thrugg, a Balrog of the great enemy, and fought against him when the Blue Wanderers came with the elf Glothril and chained Thrugg. Our people were glad and helped to watch him. Now the Everseer wishes to free Thrugg and use him for his own evil purposes. Go to Gorthbon and help Glothril, who remains here, still in vigil over Thrug's prison. She will know what to do. Alright. So no more quests it looks like. So let's go ahead and do this. Finally. Get ready for the epicness.
Alright, I see you. You might be in range.
I wish I could record this without everyone talking, man. It kind of ruins the experience a little bit when I'm trying to record the video, but that's alright.
Okay. Oh, you know. Oh, she retreated, and that's why it's not ready.
Oh man, this is so epic. I remember the first time I came in here.
Almost the longest run back in the game.
This happened to me. I always die when out of combat.
Well, we are almost at the boss. Okay, when you go in to the left. Do not approach anything that looks like an elf.
I should troll them and walk up to the elf.
Into the left. Don't go anywhere near the elf, or the script starts, and she'll go in there and kill herself and lock the doors. And then we have to, like, reset it and run all the way back.
So there's a lot of dialogue that happens here, which is really cool. I hope they don't talk too much over it.
Yeah, when we get in, but I think everyone kind of knows.
Hopefully they won't yap through all this text. But if not, please just read it.
Then it is as I feared.
So I'll go down
There
the
is
right
little time,
side.
but you must know the peril.
Yes, you and Kippen are going to go down the right
Prepare
side,
yourselves and listen to my
and
tale.
Turgensen and Thalia
Long
are
ago,
going to go down the
at the
left
breaking of the
side.
Thangora dream,
I just need one person to stay in the room after your mobs are cleared, so if one side clears things out faster than the other side, then you can send one person to go help the other side. And Thalia, why don't, if you've got a do not fall, let's try putting on Kippen.
And Tharlok awoke from his secret slumber. He was revealed to me in that moment, and I struggled with him in battle. With the aid of the wizards, I threw down my foe, defeated but not slain.
When we first run in here, I'll
Balrog
point out
sued
some
for
key
pardon at
spots
the feet
before
of the
the action
wizards.
really kind of gets started.
They deemed he should be
People that
imprisoned where he could
haven't
await
seen
his
this
judgment
area
at the end of days.
Shadow
Long
mitigation.
have I here waited for Tharlok to seek his freedom.
Oh yeah, it's good. I
that
guess
I
we
may
got
end
Hope
his
up. Yeah,
menace for
because
good if he sought to escape.
He will occasionally strip Hope when we get to that point, so if
Do
your
a Hope
Hope goes
token.
away, you might injure me.
Hope token.
Let me look for one.
Thank you.
When I open this seal, the true test of your will shall begin. First, I must remove the seals. Now, to open the locks.
These guys we might see again. I think it was the Blue Wizards that put this Balrog in here.
This is so epic. Oh man, there he is.
So,
Man,
this is the spot, Nyx, where you're going to come and range tank the Balrog.
look how awesome
that
this
right
place
here.
is.
With the
I remember when I first
We're
came
going
in
to
here, I
go
almost
right
had
and left. I'm
goosebumps.
just pointing this out. And then there's going to be a room
There is something
over
amiss.
the right and left after the water
We
is
must
cleared. The
purify
left
these
room
streams,
is
or we will never be able to
directly
stop
in
them.
front down this
Protect me.
ramp where I'm jumping. So this is where Thalia and Thrugg, you'll be running down to this
Follow
room. The
me.
right room is on the
They
other
will do
side.
everything
She's
they
going to come
can
down
to
here to
stop
the
us.
left. We got some dark ones here. Kind of kill those. She'll come down here and clear this side first on the left.
I'm gonna say my.
So
There's a
first she's
few
gonna
ads
come to
that
either
she's
side to
doing.
purify the streams.
I must clear the waters here. Defend me.
So again, she's
You
purifying
don't
here.
want to go into the water when it's glowing.
Now it may seem she takes forever, but usually the fight with those two monsters here takes up most of the time if you're doing this on level.
I am through here. We must continue.
And as you can see, the stream clears up as she
Alright.
heals it.
So see now the water's clear and you can run then across the left room. So this is where the left side group will go when we get to that point, and then the right side will be finished.
So the same thing is going to be repeated here on this side. She's going to purify this stream, thus clearing all of the water where Tharlok is. Look at that bad boy. Oh my gosh. So gloriously epic.
We must hurry to the second chamber. Run! Quickly now!
Nice. Alright, let's do this. There's some world eaters back there.
We must purify this fountain as well. Do not let your guard down.
Now, if these Darklings get to a certain spot, they actually turn into a powerful monster as well. Or it might be if they touch the World Eaters. I can't remember exactly, but you do have to deal with them pretty quickly, or they become more of a nuisance.
And after she gets done here, right side and left side teams get ready as well as Nyx get ready to grab the Balrog's attention. Do not run up to the Balrog yet, it's just throw spears at him and try and keep his attention from range.
I am through here. We must continue.
Alright, so right side team, get by the right side, left side, actually it's all clear, so teams start heading towards the doors to your rooms.
So again, I'm on the left side here, according to the leader.
Yeah, you can all run down to the door to your room. Right now, they'll open here in a moment.
Something is still wrong.
I don't know what
He is stronger. We must. He is
As long as we
free.
have 2 people
What has
on the
been
right
done?
side and 2 people on the left.
We must stop the corrupted water from entering the pool. Hurry. Some of you stand with me. The others must handle the levers.
Gonna need a little bit of help here.
I would if I down. You're gonna have to guide us.
Gotta kill all these darklings.
Activate the wheels. You have to immediately run out.
Now, do not turn the wheels. We're just going to kill the mobs, and then
Yeah,
give me
but
some
like
sort of...
once the wheels are turned,
Yeah, we'll turn the wheels simultaneously, and then everyone runs out of the room. That's the plan.
So just gotta wait for the command here to turn the wheel.
Once your room is in, and then run immediately out of the room.
Alright, let me run out of here.
it up, you gotta wait for it to time.
Looks like the right side didn't really... Oh, yeah, they did.
Okay, the water
Alright.
is clear, and since Sanford is in here,
And
just
there
we're gonna
is
DPS
Starlock.
the snot out of the Balrog as hard as you can. Just need to DPS fast.
And basically, this is a DPS fight.
Open up, blow everything,
And
send it to the troll.
dang, that's it. He's done. And really, we were supposed to go back to the Everseer to kill him in order to prevent some buffs on the Balrog, but obviously when our DPS is that strong, it doesn't really matter. So it's kind of anticlimactic here with the Everseer.
We must protect Thorlock! Defend the fountain!
It's actually kind of funny.
Now, face your doom, fools!
In the back room was that room we were talking about. Weapons are still up. I guess the big guys are still in there. We'll have to deal with him now. Balrog's already dead.
Alright. So that is that. The question is, did I get the broken chain link? That is the most important thing. Let me go ahead and get rid of that.
And then there might be some mushrooms still folks need to pick up, or some quests to turn in. A few of the quests you turn in. Oh, forgot about that bit.
what's that?
A few of the quests
where we all die. Yeah, you neglected that part, didn't you?
Yeah, I forget. I probably should have kept healing. Anyway,
So Thorn wants to retreat.
So I'm actually going to have to retreat to turn in a quest.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so I can turn in this quest here. Man, that is a long time of broken legs.
The giants
You're a mighty warrior, little one.
Oh, it might just be they have the corpse of the Balrog.
You are deserving of this reward, though I fear your success was not enough to drive away the Ghâshu. Alright, there we go. Excellent.
We'll just go kill him again real quick.
And then again, some of these are repeatable for reputation. Now the problem is that apparently the elf lady died because she had some corruptions on her after the Balrog died. So even though we killed him, we didn't really kill him, which is kind of weird. This great broken link was once part of the great chain which bound Balrog Thorlock within his prison. You wonder if you should perhaps bring it and the news of Balrog's defeat to Master Elrond in Rivendell. Alright, so let me explain what happened there towards the end because it was a little bit unclear, but it looks like that the elf chick, Galadriel, had some debuffs on her so that she died after we had already killed the Balrog. So I still got credit for killing the last boss. I got everything I needed. I got the broken chain link and everything. And then, that's about all that happened. So there was no reason to go back there or anything like that. Things just got a little bit buggy because that's not really scripted to happen. You know, you're not supposed to kill the boss and then the elf chick dies afterwards. It's not supposed to work like that. But again, I got everything that I needed. So, let me actually clear my inventory real quick and then we'll turn in all these quests. Alright, my inventory is clear. Let me go ahead and turn in all these quests.
Greetings.
This is indeed a Kurta Musgun, Kippen, and I will have it delivered to Rivendell by the swiftest means possible. Take this reward with the gratitude of the free people. You have defeated Bars and Zerm. That is wonderful news, Kippen. Those vile beasts will do no more harm to the Stone of the Rift. Take this reward. You are well deserving of it. Again, some of these are repeatable for reputation purposes. Fire orcs have invaded the rift. We must be wary and learn more of the situation in Nûrz Ghâshu.
My heart cannot sing to
What is this you tell me, Kippen? The Balrog Tharlok has been defeated? That is a hope we dared not dream of. Your name shall be recorded in the lore of elves as long as time shall last. Take this as a reward for your dauntless courage. Alright.
Grey is the shadow.
Would the Elgangs still dwell within the rift? If they can be swayed to join in our fight, we could well defeat Angmar. Rivendell should be informed at once. Alright. So I got some titles here. Perfect. Anything else here? I believe that is all. So next up, there's only one more quest to turn in. That is the Fall of Tharlok. That is back in Rivendell. Let's go ahead and go there. First of all, let me get on my pony. And then we will muster in Rivendell. Let me actually put this on the tracker. Alright, off to speak with Elrond. Now again, now that I have some peace and quiet, I don't have a group, I don't have a lot of things going on, I would just like to apologize one more time. Some of the group content, when I'm in a group and everybody's talking over each other, and I'm missing some of the dialogue, and I can't really provide any commentary, otherwise I'd just be speaking over people. I know it's probably frustrating to watch, it's certainly not the way that I would like to record these episodes. Ideally, I would like to do the commentary, and let the cutscenes play out uninterrupted. So if you have any suggestions as to how I can do that without necessarily having to tell everybody in the group to, you know, I don't know, not talk or whatever, that's kind of rude on my part. I just don't know what a good way to do it is. But I do feel like I've missed out on some of the epicness of the Rift because everybody was kind of talking over each other. Hopefully you enjoyed though.
Hope is not in
Greetings, Kippen. What is this you say? You found the prison of the Balrog Tharlok? It is well that you defeated him. Long ago was he chained, though he should have been destroyed. It was not in wisdom that he was spared. But that is a long tale full of sorrow. You should speak with Glorfindel, for this concerns him greatly. You may find him outside, standing next to the Bruinen above the fall. And again, this is forward for Volume 2. I'm not there just yet. But it is time to speak with Glorfindel. Nice. Always breaking my legs here at the last homely house. Alright, Mr. Glorfindel. Now, back in the day, when we did the Rift, one person each week would turn in the broken chain link and finish this quest, because once you do it, you actually get a hope bonus that lasts for quite some time for the entire group. So that's how we would do the rift. We get an extra little bit of hope by actually starting over here every time we raided. Anyways, just a little bit of history there. Hail and well met, Kippen. I understand you wish to speak with me. So this ring is actually not horrible. Bracelet, not too bad. And the locket. Locket's pretty decent itself. This, it cannot be. Indeed it is, a link from the chain of Agathron that was forged when this world was young. Aye, a Balrog lies defeated. A Balrog of Morgoth. You are mightier than I first perceived. Yes, one which was awakened not long ago by his master's call. You speak then of Tharlok, Glathrel's bane. My heart is heavy still from her loss. Then let your heart be lightened, Glorfindel, for I have returned. Mithrandir speaks true. I was with the adventurers when they felled the Balrog, and even more wondrous, Glathrel, when you did not return, I found aid unlooked for in the north. 2 others of my order have since vanished into the east, aided her in imprisoning the Balrog. This is going too fast for me. Alas, for treachery of the enemy, I remained in Nûrz Ghâshu as the warden of the Balrog until another of Morgoth's servants sought to free him, and with the aid of the heroes which you mentioned, you were able to overcome Tharlok. I will compose the song of their triumph myself, and it will be known to all the elves that yet dwell. I think not, Glorfindel, for even among the elf lords, you still keep secrets, battles, and deeds enough for 1,000 songs. No, not until the world has changed should this tale be told in full. The Dark Lord of Mordor would be troubled by the death of Tharlok, but I fear he would gain much knowledge of hidden things that should remain lost were the full tale known. Your deeds will not be forgotten among the wise. Certainly not. It is the responsibility of the wise to keep such lore until its chosen time. And it is well that you have returned out of the darkness, Glathrel. It seems that Imladris will require my sword, and more if we wish to continue the fight. We have fought many battles, but alas, our time has passed. The duty of great deeds has fallen to others, the time of the elves is fading. Then it seems there is little left for me here. I will travel to Mithlond and join our kin where I may find peace. And what do you make of this, Mithrandir? What now should be our course? Our course? What should have been done 2,000 years ago has been done. All that is left for now is to plan for the journey to come, and I have much to do before that journey begins. Creatures such as Tharlok did not easily fall, my friend. You have brought us hope, unlooked for to our struggle against the shadow, both in the east and in the north. Oh my god, I'm struggling to read today, guys. My god. I need to go back to like first grade, pick up the books again. Alright, well that was it. That was the end.
What do you need?
That was the end, and again you get that hope bonus. 10 hope. Or the hope unlooked for. There we go. Last 3 hours. Alright, anyways, that was a busy episode. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the bad reading. Sorry about people talking over each other. I'm sure you're tired of me apologizing, so I apologize about apologizing. But in the next episode, I think it's going to be the end of the season. I'm going to go over all the deeds here in Angmar. I'm going to take a look at the completionist checklist one more time, make sure I'm not missing anything. Otherwise, I will indeed be doing all the deeds. See you then.